So on tour with Paul McCartney, I never wanted to ask him for a photo. I was around him all the time because I was like the tour videographer and had to shoot him a lot. I would have liked to have gotten a picture with him, but you know, it would be like it'd be pretty much a violation of trust, for an employee to start acting like a fan, even though I was a fan. But one time on the tour, they said, we want you on stage, to shoot during the show, shoot Paul, to record him, to videotape him on the thing during the show. So I did. I was right there next to Paul filming and on stage while he's performing. And after the show, I met this girl or this young woman who she said, "Hey, aren't you the guy who was on the stage with Paul, the cameraman?" I said, yeah, that was me. She said, "I was taking a bunch of pictures, and I think I got a picture with you in it, you filming Paul." I said, "Oh, really?" So I gave her my address, my mailing address. There was no email back then. And she gave me hers. And then I carried on with the tour. She said she would mail me the photo. And then like a month later, it's over and I'm back home. And I come home. I lived with my girlfriend. And she wasn't there. But on the table, on the kitchen table, there was like an open envelope and a photo that was ripped up into tiny pieces. And I tried to puzzle it together. I was like, oh no, that's the picture that the girl was going to send me. And it was me with Paul. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I didn't really know what to do. And they said, oh, well, I have her address. So I'll write to her and tell her the picture was lost. I'll write to her and tell her that I don't know. I'll tell her something. I accidentally, dropped the picture in the sink or something like that, full of soapy water. Can she send another one? And eventually she did. And here it is. This one was not torn up by anybody because I think I had broken up with my girlfriend at that point. I mean, after all, she was opening my mail while I was out of the country and ripping up something precious to me, a picture of me with a Beatle. And to her, it clearly meant nothing. She just ripped it up in a fit of anger. You'll find out why. But anyway, we had a big argument, me and my girlfriend. I mean, it wasn't really me berating her for ripping up a photo of me with, a Beatle. It was more her, insinuating that I had sex with this girl. And I don't know. It's like, anyway, it was a never-ending cycle of a downward spiral of an argument there, to the point where, this was in the winter, and there was snow, to the point where she was so angry, she picked up my shoes from the floor, and she threw them out the window. I was like, oh no, what the hell did you do that for? So then, I go downstairs after a while, got to find my shoes in the snow. And so I go out the front door, and there's like a girl there sitting there reading, smoking a cigarette and reading. And I'm kind of just, meandering around, looking around a little bit there. And without looking up from her book, she said, "They're in the bushes." I was like, oh, thanks.